Welcome, everybody. I'm Brian Nicholson, and I'm with Coach Manager Dukes and Coach Josh Mancuso, and we're here at Walk-Ons off of Colley Saloon for episode 4 of the Coach's Show. And, Coach, to start things off, can you talk about the partnership between the King Cutters and Walk-Ons and what it means for the team and the organization as a whole?
Well, anytime you get Walk-Ons involved, as popular as they are with the younger people, it's always a good deal for the club. I mean, we use them for the Coach's Show, backdrops of any interviews and stuff like that. And it's a name that everybody knows in Louisiana.
Yeah, for sure. And just really get into the baseball side of things. For the loyal King Cutter fans who made the trip to Lake Charles and who possibly watched on TV back on Sunday the 13th, they all saw the frightening moment with Isaiah Castaneda crashing into the wall and in the outfield. Do you have any updates on his condition or a timetable for his return?
He's supposed to be back at the end of the week, so it was not as bad as it looked, even though it was a hard collision and stuff like that. And he does have, concussion symptoms, but it turned out better than what we thought.
For sure, and that is great to hear for Castaneda to come back healthier than expected. And turn over to you, Coach Mancuso. Your starting rotation has been one of the strongest in the TCL, and with 6 of your main starters having a 3.13 ERA in all their appearances throughout the year, and highlighted by Race Giddens' back-to-back quality starts and the 2 wins he had earlier in July. What has been the key to the consistency, and what have you done personally with Manager Dukes and former pitching coach Joe Craighead to put together a solid rotation?
It just goes back to the fundamentals of just throwing the ball over the plate. Race isn't going to overpower you, but he can throw any pitch in any count, and he has full confidence. I have full confidence in that it's going to be a strike. And then going to the other guys, it's just the same thing, pounding the zone. It's a lot easier to pitch in pitcher-friendly counts than it is hitter-friendly counts. So the odds are in your favor when you're on the mound if you can just pound the zone, pound it. It is in your favor, so it's easier to get outs.
Yeah, and commanding that zone has worked out well for this pitching staff early. And for both of you, the King Cutters are 9-5 this season when scoring in the first inning, and you've also seen great success when you score in the second and third innings, fully that first frame of work. How does early run support impact the pitching staff with the kind of confidence it gives them, and they're able to pitch with that lead in the early innings?
Well, I think it's a combination of two things. When we score early and our pitchers are throwing strikes, it relieves the pressure on the defense, and they're able to come in the dugout without having a 10-minute inning to where we walk a bunch of people and stuff like that, and then the morale in the dugout's a whole lot. So one of the things we do need to do though is the middle part of the ball game. Here in the last 2 weeks, we've had a lull to where we have not been scoring. So we need to add runs on to those runs that we are scoring in the first couple of innings.
Yeah, and especially with the season coming down to an end on July 27th, what does this team need to do on the defense, hitting, and pitching side of things to finish strong, secure a postseason spot, and continue playing at a high standard for King Cutter baseball?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line our starters up to where we won't release it yet, but we have it in our mind what we want to happen in the playoffs starter-wise. But we need to have, as I've said it in the past on our coach's show, we need to have some 7-3, 6-4s, and get away from the 4-6 and 5-5 in the last 10 that we have been in the here in the last couple of weeks. And stuff will work out for you when you do that.
Yeah, for sure. Breaking that season apart by 10 games and going stint by stint could really lead to good success. And Coach Mancuso, do you have anything to add on finishing out the season strong on the pitching side?
I think we just need to continue what we're doing as far as starters go, and then in the bullpen side is build off the momentum that the starters have given the team, and that run support. Go out there and pitch with a lead, pound the strike zone, strike one first, and just pitch to those pitcher-friendly counts.
Yeah, and lastly, starting outfielder Christian Hallmark committed to University of Texas San Antonio. Yesterday, the American Athletic Conference champion and the Austin Regional champion beating out the Texas Longhorns. And he's been a reliable and consistent contributor for you this season, playing in 31 out of 35 games and the 5th best league average at 295. What makes him an impact player and what also a special player?
Well, first of all, when he gets on the bases, he's a pest, and he has showed some power. But more often than not, early in the ball game, with him leading off now, he can show bunt and move the infield around. And when that happens, whether he bunts or not, the second baseman's got to get out of position, third baseman's got to come up. And what he's done in the last couple of weeks is gone from hitting a lot of fly balls to more line drives and putting the ball on the ground with the bunt, and then being a pest on the bases, and it's worked out nice for him. It's starting to pay off.
Yeah, and bunting forces the defense to make a play, and a tough play at that. And I just want to thank Coach Mancuso and manager Darien Dukes for joining me on episode 4 of the Coaches Show here at Walk-Ons off of Cawley Saloon.
Go Cutters!
What is up, everybody? Zach Berger, joined here by Jordan Smith here in Walk-On. So we're here for a reason. Jordan, what's kind of your job title so that people can get to know you?
Job title, I'm the general manager over here. I actually was here when it was opened up and been back and forth a little bit. Finally, a new addition to our family brought me back, so it's good to be home.
Awesome. Now, we're here for a reason today. Can you kind of tell us about the event going on outside?
Yeah, so every Tuesday we have Kids Eat Free all day on Tuesdays, and we just kind of trying to ramp that up because I feel like not enough kids come. So we got Broussard's Fire Department's here today, so you can touch a fire truck. They brought the dog and everything, so it's exciting for the kids.
Awesome. Now, obviously, Cane Cutters here supporting and part of it. You guys are a sponsor, right? Tell me how important it is for you as a general manager and Walk-Ons to just kind of be a part of this Acadiana community, whether it's through sponsorship or just support.
I say honestly, I'm excited to be as much part of the community as possible because my last job kind of had me outside of the city. So not only does it feel good to be back in Lafayette, but to be as much of a part of Lafayette as I can. Just the rate it's growing and stuff. And I'm excited to be a sponsor of, a local team and just kind of be as big a part of it as I can. So, and honestly, this community loves its community. So I definitely want to be a part of that. And so does Walk-Ons.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that partnership growing this Thursday, an event here at Walk-Ons for the Cane Cutters. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about what that's going to entail for any Cane Cutter fans who want to come out?
Yeah, absolutely. So they have an away game this week. From my understanding, it's a little too far to drive. So you can just come here on the patio, right where we're at right here, and we'll be showing it live. And if we fill up this room, I'll show it in the whole restaurant, man. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate that. Last kind of fun question. We play over at Fallbacher Field. If you, as general manager of Walk-Ons, could put one menu item in our concession stand, what do you think you'd add to Fallbacher?
I think cheeseburger sliders, man.
Okay.
Sliders is just too easy to have a good time and hold one in each hand. So.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we appreciate you so much. We appreciate Walk-Ons, and we're excited to see you on Thursday.
I'm definitely excited. I'm going to be here to watch, man.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Go Cutters.